Hello friends, welcome to SR Physics Academy. Today we will be learning about Maxwell's equations. We had learned that the electric current produces a magnetic field and that two current carrying wires exert a magnetic field on each other. We also know that a changing magnetic field gives rise to an electric field. James Clerk Maxwell said that the converse is also true, and in order to prove it, he found the inconsistency in Ampere's circular law and hence even introduced a new type of current. Maxwell's equations. Maxwell found that the basic principles of electromagnetism can be formulated in terms of four fundamental equations, and hence named it as Maxwell's equation. Assuming that there is no magnetic or dielectric material is present, the four basic equations can be stated as follows. Gauss law of electrostatics. This law states that the electric flux through a closed surface S is always 1 by epsilon naught times the total charge Q enclosed by the surface, that is E of ds is equal to Q by epsilon naught. Let this be a closed surface and it encloses a charge Q. Then the electric flux passing through the closed surface will always be Q by epsilon naught times Q by epsilon naught times. The important consequence of this law is that the charged insulated conductor resides only on its outer surface. Gauss law of magnetism. According to this law, the magnetic flux through any closed surface is always zero. That is, integral of B ds is equal to 0. For example, let us take a closed surface S and there is a magnetic field passing through it. We know that magnetic field lines are always in continuous loops, and the number of magnetic field lines passing through any one surface, um, going through any one surface, coming out of any one surface will be always be equal to the number of magnetic field lines going inside the surface. Hence, the net magnetic flux through a closed surface will be always be zero. Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. This law tells that the changing magnetic field induces an electric field. According to this law, the induced EMF set up in a closed circuit C is equal to the rate of change of magnetic flux linked with the closed circuit. For example, let us take a coil and an ammeter is set up here. If a magnet is moved around, which signifies the change in magnetic field, then we can notice a deflection in the ammeter, which confirms a change, which confirms the induction of an electric field. Therefore, it means that the integral of E dl will be equal to d phi b by dt, or epsilon naught will be equal to minus d by dt of integral b ds. Modified Ampere's law. This law states that the line integral of the magnetic field around any closed circuit C is equal to mu naught times the total current, the sum of conduction and displacement currents threading to a closed surface, that is integral of B dl is equal to mu naught IC plus ID, which gives mu naught of IC plus epsilon naught times of d phi E by dt. This law implies that not only a conduction current but a displacement current associated with a changing electric field also produces a magnetic field. Displacement current ID. In order to solve the inconsistency of Ampere's circular law, Maxwell suggested the existence of an additional current called by him as the displacement current. The current due to a changing electric field is called as displacement current. Displacement current is that current which comes into existence in conduction in addition to the conduction current whenever the electric field and hence the electric flux changes with time. ID is given by epsilon naught times of d phi E by dt. Let us take a capacitor. If current I is passing through it, I can be also written as I is equal to IC. Then the current which passes in this gap will be equal to the displacement current, which is ID. The derivation of modified Ampere circuital law. Let us come up with a capacitor. Let the charge on the charge on the plates be C and the area of capacitors be A. The current which is passing through the circuit is I or IC. We know the electric field in the gap will be sigma by epsilon naught. Which can also be written as Q by epsilon Q A epsilon naught. The electric flux psi E will be given by Q epsilon naught. Therefore, d of phi E by dt will be given by d by dt of Q by epsilon naught, which is equal to 1 by epsilon naught of dq by dt, since epsilon naught is a constant. But we know that dq by dt is the rate of change of charge on the capacitor plates. Hence, it is called as displacement current and is given by id is equal to dq by dt is equal to epsilon naught d phi E by dt. This is the missing term in Ampere's circuital law. Ampere's circuital law basically tells that B dot dl is equal to mu naught I. Ampere's circuital law is mu naught I. But in case of capacitors, because of the missing ID, this becomes a problem, and hence Maxwell introduced a new term which is known as displacement current. Therefore, the total current must be the sum of conduction current IC and displacement current ID. Hence, the modified form of Ampere's law is integral of B dl is equal to mu naught of IC plus ID, which can also be given as mu naught IC plus epsilon naught d phi E by dt. Thank you friends for watching this video.